The ancient scrolls whisper of a man who vanished into the heavens, leaving behind a cosmic blueprint that could reshape our understanding of destiny. This is the story of Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, whose footsteps echoed between two worlds. Picture this: a warm desert night, stars blazing overhead like diamond dust. Enoch, his weathered face illuminated by firelight, sits surrounded by wide-eyed listeners. His voice, low and resonant, carries the weight of divine secrets. "I have walked with God," he begins, his gaze distant. "And what I've seen, it will change everything." The crowd leans in, hearts racing. They've heard whispers of Enoch's visions, of realms beyond the veil of ordinary perception. Some call him a prophet, others a madman. But tonight, something electric hangs in the air. Enoch continues, his words painting vivid scenes of celestial courts and cosmic judgments. But this isn't the fire and brimstone prophecy they expected. No, Enoch speaks of inner alchemy, of shadows within the human heart clashing with divine light. The end times, he muses, a knowing smile playing at his lips. They're not what you think. The true apocalypse, it's happening right here. He taps his chest. Inside each of us. A murmur ripples through the crowd. This is heresy, surely, yet they can't look away, can't stop their minds from expanding to embrace these radical ideas. As dawn breaks, painting the sky in hues of lavender and gold, Enoch rises. His eyes, for a moment, seem to reflect entire galaxies. "Remember," he says softly, "the kingdom of heaven is within you. Seek, and you shall find." And with those words, Enoch steps away from the fire, walking towards the horizon. The crowd watches, spellbound, as his figure shimmers and fades, merging with the rising sun. In that moment, a seed is planted, a seed of awakening that will grow through the ages, challenging everything we thought we knew about the divine, the cosmos, and our place within it. This is where our journey begins. Are you ready to unravel the hidden prophecy of Enoch? Centuries pass, and Enoch's legacy endures in whispered tales and fragmented texts. We find ourselves in a dimly lit study, where an aging scholar pores over an ancient manuscript, his fingers trembling with excitement. The Book of Enoch, he breathes, eyes wide behind thick glasses. It speaks of a judgment day unlike any we've imagined. The parchment crackles as he reads aloud. "Behold, he comes with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all." But as the words echo in the candlelit room, something shifts. The air grows thick with possibility, and suddenly, we're transported to a vision of cosmic proportions. Picture a vast amphitheater of light, stretching beyond the limits of human comprehension. Thousands upon thousands of radiant beings fill the space, not the stern, wing-clad angels of popular imagination, but shimmering manifestations of pure consciousness. And at the center of it all stands you. This is no ordinary trial. As you face the assembled host, you realize with a jolt that each saint is a facet of your own higher self. The virtues you've cultivated, the wisdom you've gained, the love you've shared, all stand as witnesses. But so too do your fears, your doubts, your moments of darkness. They writhe and seethe, casting long shadows across the celestial court. A voice, both thunderous and gentle, speaks. The judgment is not of flesh, but of spirit. Not of deeds alone, but of the essence that drives them. You watch, awestruck, as your life unfolds before you. Every choice, every struggle, every triumph, all are laid bare. But this is no harsh condemnation. Instead, you feel a profound sense of understanding, of compassion for your own journey. The saints, your highest potential, step forward. They extend hands of light, offering to transmute the shadows within you. This, you realize, is the true meaning of divine judgment, not punishment, but purification. Not an end, but a new beginning. As the vision fades, we return to the scholar's study. He sits back, eyes glistening with tears of revelation. "My God," he whispers, Enoch wasn't describing the end of the world. He was showing us how to remake ourselves. The candle flickers, casting dancing shadows on the wall. In that play of light and dark, a profound truth emerges. The apocalypse isn't a future event to be feared. It's an ongoing process, happening within each of us, every day. The scholar reaches for his pen, hands shaking with urgency. The world must know, he mutters. The hidden wisdom of Enoch. It changes everything. But as he begins to write, a chill runs down his spine. For he realizes that some truths are dangerous, especially to those who would keep humanity in the dark. The scholar's quill scratches frantically across parchment, racing against an unseen clock. But as he delves deeper into Enoch's prophecies, the room around him seems to ripple and shift. Suddenly, we're plunged into a vision of the distant past, a world on the brink of cataclysm. Rain lashes against towering stone ziggurats. Lightning splits the sky, illuminating faces twisted with fear and confusion. But this isn't a flood story, you know. In the center of the chaos stands a group of radiant beings, the Watchers. Their eyes gleam with an otherworldly light as they gather a small group of humans around them. Listen carefully. One Watcher says, voice resonating with power. What you've been told is a lie. The flood isn't punishment. It's an attempt to erase the spark of divinity within you. Gasps ripple through the crowd. A woman steps forward, her voice trembling. But why? Why would they want to destroy us? The Watcher's expression softens. Because knowledge is power. And those who rule fear the day when humanity realizes its true potential. As if on cue, the scene shifts. We see flashes of the Watchers teaching humans forbidden arts, reading the stars, harnessing energy, unlocking the secrets of consciousness itself. With each lesson, the humans' eyes grow brighter, reflecting an inner awakening. But in the shadows, other figures lurk. Beings of rigid order, their faces masks of cold disdain. The experiment has gone too far. One hisses. They must be cleansed, reset. Back in the rain-lashed city, the Watcher continues urgently. The flood waters will rise, but true salvation isn't about physical survival. It's about preserving the flame of wisdom within. The scene blurs, and we catch glimpses of people frantically copying texts, memorizing sacred geometries, passing on secret teachings through whispered words and hidden symbols. Remember, the Watcher's voice echoes. The real ark is built of knowledge. It sails not on water, but on the currents of consciousness itself. As the vision fades, we return to the scholar's study. He sits back, pen slipping from trembling fingers. My God, he whispers, it was never about punishing wickedness. The flood, it was an attempt to drown our true nature. He turns to a fresh page, eyes blazing with newfound purpose. At the top, he scrawls a single phrase, the Gnostic Noah, sailing the ark of hidden wisdom. But as he begins to write, a shadow falls across the desk. The scholar looks up, heart pounding, to find a figure standing in the doorway, someone who looks very interested in his discoveries. I believe, the stranger says softly, we need to talk about Enoch. The stranger steps into the flickering candlelight, revealing a face etched with both wisdom and urgency. You've stumbled upon dangerous truths, he says, eyes darting to the scattered papers. But there's more to Enoch's prophecy than you realize. Before the scholar can respond, the room dissolves around them. They find themselves standing in a vast, cosmic library. Shelves stretch infinitely in all directions, each book pulsing with living knowledge. Behold, the stranger says, gesturing to a massive, crystalline hourglass at the center of the space. Enoch's timeline of humanity's spiritual evolution. The hourglass contains not sand, but swirling galaxies and nebulae. It's divided into 10 distinct sections, each shimmering with its own unique energy. The apocalypse of weeks, the stranger explains. Not a doomsday countdown, but a roadmap of awakening. As if responding to his words, the cosmic sands begin to flow. Images flicker through the glass. Primitive humans discovering fire, their eyes reflecting the first spark of divine consciousness. Great pyramids rising, encoding universal truths in stone. Prophets and mystics arising in every culture, their teachings like seeds scattered across time. The flow accelerates, rushing towards the present day. The scholar gasps as he recognizes the seventh week, our current era. Look closely, the stranger urges. They see masses glued to glowing screens, minds clouded by a fog of digital distraction. Ancient institutions crumbling, their foundations built on control rather than truth. But amidst the chaos, pockets of light, communities forming, seeking a deeper understanding of reality. We stand at a crossroads, the stranger says. The old systems are failing, but that very collapse creates space for something new to emerge. The scholar watches, transfixed, as the final weeks unfold. A great awakening, consciousness expanding beyond the limits of the physical. The veils between dimensions thinning, revealing the interconnectedness of all things. And finally, in the 10th week, a burst of blinding light that seems to rewrite the very fabric of reality. The end of ignorance, the stranger whispers, not the end of the world. As the vision fades, they find themselves back in the study. The scholar slumps into his chair, mind reeling. But how? He manages. How do we navigate this cosmic initiation? The stranger smiles enigmatically. Enoch left us more than just prophecies. He left us keys, vibrational codes to unlock our own divinity. He reaches into his cloak, pulling out an ancient, crystal tuning fork. Are you ready, he asks, to hear the music of the spheres? As the stranger raises the fork, the air itself seems to hum with anticipation. The scholar leans forward, every fiber of his being attuned to what comes next. The crystal tuning fork catches the candlelight, sending prismatic reflections dancing across the study walls. The stranger's eyes gleam with an otherworldly knowledge as he holds it aloft. Enoch's journey through the celestial realms wasn't just a visionary experience, he explains. It was an initiation into the very fabric of creation. With a gentle tap, he strikes the fork. A pure crystalline tone fills the air, not just heard, but felt in every cell of their bodies. The scholar gasps as the room seems to dissolve around them, replaced by a swirling vortex of light and sound. They find themselves in a vast, ethereal chamber. Pillars of living light stretch upwards, pulsing with colors beyond human comprehension. At the center stands a being of pure radiance, an angelic presence that defies description. Behold, the stranger whispers, the place where Enoch received his name of power. The angelic being speaks, its voice a symphony of harmonics. To know your true name is to know your place in the cosmic symphony. Listen. A cascade of tones washes over them. The scholar feels something stir deep within, a resonance with the very core of his being. For a moment, he glimpses his own divine blueprint, a pattern of light and vibration as unique as a cosmic fingerprint. This, the stranger explains as the vision fades, is the key to what some call immortality. Not endless physical life, but attunement to your eternal, energetic essence. Back in the study, the scholar slumps in his chair, overwhelmed. But how? How do we access this? The stranger smiles. Enoch left breadcrumbs throughout history. The Merkaba mystics, the Hermetic traditions, even modern sound healing, all echo fragments of this cosmic technology. He hands the tuning fork to the scholar. 444 hertz, he says. A frequency that opens gateways of perception. Use it as a focus for meditation, a key to unlock your own inner chambers. The scholar takes the fork reverently, feeling its subtle vibration. And this will lead to immortality. Not in the way most imagine, the stranger cautions. But it's a step towards experiencing your multidimensional nature. Remember, the goal isn't to escape death, but to fully embody life. As if to emphasize the point, the candle on the desk flickers, casting their shadows large against the wall. The scholar sees his own silhouette, but for a moment, it seems to shimmer with an inner light, hinting at the luminous being he truly is. We've unlocked part of Enoch's code, the stranger says, his voice taking on a new urgency. But there's more. The prophecies speak of other figures, cosmic architects who shape the very flow of time itself. He leans in close, eyes intense. Tell me, scholar, what do you know about Judas? The name hangs in the air, charged with potential. The scholar feels a chill run down his spine, sensing they're about to unravel an even deeper mystery.